Hey guys, Tiegon here. Funny story. I was thinking about actually going back. I'm still going to complete this play, of course. I was thinking about going back to the bugged version of Master of Magic because it's a lot more challenging and that's more fun. Call me crazy. Maybe not quite yet. I might take a break, play a few other games first. But I have not beat the bugged version of Master of Magic, and it will remain a challenge for me to complete. And it's a challenge that no one else on the internet can do, because I don't know how I ended up with this bugged version of Master of Magic. That makes it incredibly more challenging. I think there was some sort of a patch applied to it, and something screwed up, and now they have infinite... What happened is they have infinite, well, not infinite, but they've got a ton of mana and gold. You saw the video, so... yeah. Anyways. We are going to finish this playthrough. We had... What was the status? I need to be re-updated upon my status. We had just squelched a Kali, and we were planning to kill... Who was it? Rajak. Good old Rajak. The mystery man of darkness. The Death Man. It will be death to death. The death of death. Magic. Death of death magic. Alright. Don't know what else I'm doing right now. Perhaps buy a library, or... This is a very large city that I am not utilizing. Why don't we build some more swordsmen? I like lizardmen for their water walking ability. That is really cool. It makes them very flexible tactically. Or strategically, I should say. Because usually strategic means a wider scope. So one might call this the strategic map, and then in combat is the tactical view. I'm not sure if I got my terminology right, but in any case. Next turn, let's just get on with things. Vorax, the Chaos Warrior. Yes, we will take that. And Vorax is a fine name. I could name you Arnold or something silly if you'd like, but I think you're just fine being Vorax. I am Vorax. The awesome dude. Should we build some NGs or something? Armor piercing is really neat. I am a Chaos Warrior, which means I fight to... do I fight chaos, or do I fight to create chaos? You know, it's not exactly clear in what relation to chaos I am fighting. But chaos is involved. Just trust me on that. When I fight, chaos is somehow involved. Although I'm not sure in what capacity. A Skydrake. They were pretty scary, were they not? And what else is there? Illusionary soldiers. Okay. Run for it! You did not run fast enough. Although it's hard to run faster than Skydrake, because I think, did he move 4 spaces? 3 spaces or 4? 3 or 4, either way. That is a lot faster than poor little Ant-Man. Bunch of spears, and we've got halberds, which are bigger spears. We could form up to take less casualties, but I think we'll be just fine. In fact, I'm gonna let auto battle handle this. Then again, maybe not. I don't want to lose any I'll let Auto Battle handle the moving up to combat portion of the fight. And then I'll interrupt it. Oh, I do have some normal spirits. I'll keep them out of the battle. Okay, you can handle the rest already. No casualties taken. Plenty dished out. I would like a granary. I would like you to work harder on it than you are. Those hydras in there. Just a hydra. Just one hydra. I mean, not a bunch of them, but it has 8 heads or 9 heads, so one hydra is basically like fighting a group of opponents by itself. What is guarding that tower, I wonder? And did we check war bears? That's not so bad, war bears. Maybe with a few extra troops we could actually beat that. And I'm pretty sure I've looked into what was here. But my memory fails me. It just says ghouls. I think we can take the ghouls with our garrison. Maybe build some extra troops and try to take it out. I would try charging it with the entire garrison at the moment, but there are some raiders nearby, and I don't want to be raided. That's not my idea of a fun afternoon. Hey guys. You bored? Let's get raided. That's fun. They come through. They steal everything that isn't nailed down. Somebody gets killed. There's some gruesome fighting. It's a great way to spend an afternoon if you survive. And if you die, well, that just takes care of all your entertainment problems for the rest of eternity. I mean, you're just ripping along. Rip in peace. Rest in peace. Builders. I don't know. I'm winning so much I don't really need to care about anything. In fact, let's not sweat the small stuff anymore. However, if I do things more efficiently, I get a higher score, but oh well. Who cares about getting the highest score? Not I. I'm not a scoremonger. Well, not entirely. I mean, I care about it a little. It's a fun thing to care about. That's the only thing. It's just, I mean, there's no reason to go excessive about it. It's like, scores in video games are similar to horoscopes in real life. You know, it's fun. It's fun in an informational way, but there's no reason to get yourself wrapped up in it too much. They mean a little bit more than, it means a little bit more than horoscopes, but I mean, that's the kind of level I value it on. It's like, no, that's actually being far too nice to horoscopes, actually. But it works. I said it. 4 Gorgons versus a Sky Drake. Can a Sky Drake be turned to stone? I didn't look if a Sky Drake can be turned to stone. Manual? Let's take a look at the manual. Sky Drake. Your Sky Drake. Table. Where is table? Normal unit table. Summon creatures table. So it would be S for Sky Drake. Ooh, so it's too far. Sky Drake. Immune to illusions. Immunity to magic. Immunity to magic. Well, does immunity to magic mean stoning? Or does it mean magic? Spooky. I really want to get through that tower sooner than later. Let's not enter yet. Let's bring up some reinforcements. In fact, let's get another scouting party in there. We're gonna have to sacrifice some more swordsmen for the sake of scouting. Because that's still too iffy for me. I'd like the right-click description of it. Where is this town? Tarts. Barul has a library. Builder's Hall. Granary. You can have it for free. It's on me. So let's gather up a large army to fight the Hydra. Is this a crazy decision? Perhaps. Oh, these are all spearmen. I thought I was dealing with like halberds or something. Well, I can let auto battle handle this too. Of course, I don't want to suffer casualties. Oh, my clackon! Oh, good. They didn't die. I was worried that auto battle was going to finish them off. I don't want to lose my clack on halberdiers, although I did lose some swordsmen there. Halberds are expensive. No reason to go around getting them. Okay, I think auto battle can handle this now. Very good. More fame. Killed stuff. Very good. Market price. I don't want to scout with just with a halberd. I would rather scout with swordsmen. Gorgons. Although I am scouting with halberds here. Gorgons and a pair of basilisks. That is really scary. They're lucky to get away. So what am I going to do with these settlers? Probably should have thought about that before I built them. Well, there's some gold. Go for the gold, as they say. And stop producing settlers. Also, I'm not sure if I should have done settlers with clackons, because now I'm making more clackons. I wasn't really thinking that through. That's alright. So we got more troops here. Raiders 2 turns away. So just hold position. Our first set of pikes. Now we're well defended. Not that there's many real threats out there. Well, I mean, not from players, but there could be earth elementals just cropping up on us, so there's actually plenty of real threats, just not any player threats anymore. It's all neutral, which is still scary. Need more power. You need power. Build more photon processors. Not sure why I was scouting with my entire stack there. Okay, you don't need to produce swordsmen anymore. You're doing just fine. Ways to group swordsmen to find out. Now, when you say magic immunity, immune to all forms of magic. Well, petrification immunity is a different type of immunity, so I'm thinking that stoning is fair game. My Gorgons are still wounded, but I think we can take them. Prepare to die, Skydrake, hopefully. He has 14 resistance, though. That's a lot of resistance. He might just, you know, the saving throw. He could just complete the saving throw. Stoning -2. Prepare to be stoned. Nope. Let's try again. Okay. We're staring at you with stone gaze. You understand. He doesn't seem to understand. See, when we look at you, you turn to stone. It's just what happens, you know, because we're flying cows. It's ridiculous. No. Somebody please explain this to him. Obviously, he is far too resistant to stone. He doesn't believe in stoning. It's either that or the magic... I guess magic immunity is truly... Maybe truly is immune. Let's try it one more time. I'm gonna call it... I'm gonna say it's impossible. I probably should flee. Stag Beetle didn't do any good. Skydrake is dynamite. 1 Gorgon and 2 swordsmen. Could have been worse. Ugly. Skydrake. Very scary. Don't like it. Oh my. So, at least we're making plenty of mana now. 3 turns till we get transmute. So that's something to do. Let's go back to the initial plan of going for this tower. Oh, and actually instead of doing Gorgons, we should do a summoning circle. I wasted some mana. Oopsie doodle. We have a full stack. But a Hydra is dynamite. This could be a giant stack of casualties right here. They're all halberds. I could enchant them some. Ah, the heck with it. You only live once. Right, we're fighting at a node, so it'll be lucky if my spells even get through. Well, that's lucky. So once again, a Hydra has 7 fire breath, plus 1 to hit regeneration. The regeneration is the big thing. We want to surround it and just go to town on the bastard. We don't want to give him any time to recover. So maybe instead of Stone Skin, we should do Giant Strength. Manatee, prepare to surround him. dogs first. Movement, I shouldn't have done that. He moves only one speed a turn, so we can deal with the dogs first, easily. Those dogs are doing an incredibly good job. I mean, they have fire breath. But still, I have a large number of figures. It's surprising. I feel like they're getting a bit lucky as well. That's more like it. Those hellhounds were always solid creatures. I always liked them. I did use them a lot in my first video. Blimey! Those dogs are on fire. Or spitting fire. My men are on fire. Because they are spitting it. If we're having this much trouble with the hellhounds, how are we going to beat the Hydra? We're not. Everyone gather round. We're going to take a try at this. You guys back up. You guys move forward. Stay where you are. This is a little technically difficult. If I kind of made matters worse there. I need to have all my guys on one side. Getting closer there. These guys are wounded. We want you to fight the lizard men here. Can you do that? Not the ants. I know you like to eat ants, and that's fine, but you're not an anteater. You're a lizard devourer. Now come on over. You know you got it in you. Not have moved the ants closer. He just loves ants. Units next to him, that's good enough. And it is all my positioning allowed me to give him a small scratch because of the intensity of the fire breath. This guy could kill halberds all day. That is, unless they were of higher quality that they can withstand it. Sadly, I did not have high quality troops. Okay, run away! What a disaster. Well, it's fine to have disasters at the end of the game when you're winning already. So I'm guessing sending this stack at the cockatrices would also be a bad idea. However, it is a very long march to anywhere else that would be of tactical value. Well, it's not the hugest march to get to there. But some of my other armies are closer. Let's do it anyways. You know, bad idea, that won't stop me. Just one group. I think we might be able to take one group. All we have to do is resist one of the times. What's our resistance? We got 6. Is there any resist element? Resistance. Does that include... Does that include stoning? It couldn't hurt to try. This will be a good test, I suppose. I know stone skin won't work, although it seems like there's a bit of a logic there. Hey, my skin is already stone. Well, now you're going to be turned entirely to stone. I don't want to be turned entirely to stone. I think the skin is just the right level of stoning. Well, I'm sorry, but I beg to differ. Then you get stoned. Right, of course it's going to take... Well, let's keep enchanting these people with resist elements. He'll have to attack one of the resistant people eventually. It seemed to work wonders. In fact, actually, resist elements is... I'm not sure if it works against like fire breath, but it certainly works against stoning. So, yeah, very good. A Djinn. I don't mess with them. They are powerful. Or at least, I'm not going to be messing with them with just one unit. This place is too far away from the front. Now, there were just some ghouls in there, so... And the raiders have disappeared. So we'll be able to attack them next turn. We have a lot of extra food that we are wasting. Capital City can get to work. Capital City. Just one group of ghouls. Get him! Everybody get him! Ah! Well, we took some casualties. But the very idea that I was that intimidated by one group of ghouls... Good job, scouts. I love the scouts in this game. They are just #1. Just top-notch. The best. You're the best, guys. Can't recommend you more. Because I don't recommend you at all, so I mean... Or, well, you could easily recommend them more. Well, I don't, so we'll just put it that way. Another Hydra in there, which means we don't go that way. You guys, get to the tower. And you guys patrol to stop the revolting. Unicorns! Freaking unicorns. Well, that is the least fearsome thing that has guarded a tower all day, so we're gonna go with it. No wonder no one's gone through a tower in this game. I mean, they're all guarded by insane nonsense. It's ridiculous. These towers are ridiculous. I guess some of my pikemen... Maybe it's time for my heroes to shine a bit. And the pikemen. I think it's time for them to say hello to a unicorn. Shake hands with it. Earth elementals are nice. I think that would be very, very welcome. Pathfinding is also a very fun enchantment. I think I'll go with that first. Actually, no. You need some sort of defense. Farmer's Market, lovely. And you should be teching up your combat since you're right on the front. In fact, we'll just buy that for you. So you can just tech right up. So what are you gonna do, Stag Beetle? And also future Stag Beetles from this place, what are they gonna do? Potentially fight Hydras, but we've proven that. Let's you just build a farmer's market. We've seen that Stag Beetles can't beat Hydras. I'm almost ready to. Yeah, I think I'm gonna sell the stable. I hate to say it. Sorry, Stag Beetles. I love ya, but you're just not necessary in this modern world. It's just things have become peaceful. You're off the front. What can I say? Prepare to invade this quiet little brown village. You guys should probably split up, considering one of you can walk through the ocean, the other can't. So you're revolting slightly. Take back your humans. Or at least your inexperienced humans. Everyone who has training, follow me. We'll see if we can't take that town over as well. I will buy the marketplace. Oh, you still need a builder's hall. Oh, did this town get ravaged by something? I'll buy the builder's hall. And I guess, should we work on swordsmen? Or do we try to go for pikes? Let's just get swordsmen. I think enough swordsmen can take a group of unicorns. Probably. If not, it'll be fun to see a ton of swordsmen getting stabbed by unicorns. Lethally. It'll be a little funny. I mean, it's also horrifying violence, but... How many ghouls exactly are we talking about? Right. A large number, and... My halberds, no! And they were experienced halberds, sadly. Oh well. They weren't experienced enough to deal with that situation. But that seemed familiar. I think I had I think I had done that before, but that's all right. We need food. You were producing a lot more food than you should. Don't want to produce too much food from an individual town. However, if I think it's safe. I guess as long as it's spread about a bit, it'll be fine. A lot of population increases, but that's because I'm producing farmers markets like no tomorrow. Or more like, I'm producing farmers markets like there will be a great deal of tomorrows, because this is a long game. I will buy your granary. This I will do for you. And I will produce a lot of power. So how are we doing for rebellion there? Yeah, you keep producing. So they've got, that's a city full of stag beetles. I don't think I've ever seen such a beautiful thing in my life. That's just wonderful. And funny. But also fearsome. I don't know what we're gonna do about that. Right. Those are just spearmen. And we were producing them because we were revolting, not as an invasion force for a nearby hamlet. A granary. Farmers markets. Bunch of swordsmen. Few halberd. Enchanted swordsmen. Where do neutral troops get enchantments from? This is interesting. I suspect there's something incorrect there. I can't move there because there's a stack of troops. No? It's because it's too crowded. I can't do an auto move there. Okay. As long as there's a reason. That works. How many unicorns are we talking? We will sacrifice. That is a lot of unicorns! I was thinking just one, maybe 2 stacks. 4! 4 units of unicorns! With 4 pieces each. It's a lot of unicorns. Just patrol. And I was worried unicorns were going extinct. No. No, they are thriving. They just like towers. But I will extinct them very soon. Oh yes. Now that there's a problem, when there's too many of them, I need to erase them from the face of the universe. I mean, clearly. Now it's just open season on unicorns. Granary, farmer's market. I will buy that because I need food so much. And markets pay for themselves, although it takes a while. I'm pumping out troops from a lot of these cities, so I'm not sure if that's necessary. Not exactly certain where I was going to settle these settlers. Although it looks like there's some more territory up there. I am not certain of the fact that there is, or how viable the territory is up there. Is it a good place to settle? Will you be barely surviving? Scraping very difficultly? Or very... eking out a meager existence in a terrible, unhospitable land? Is that what I've doomed those people to? Probably, but, you know, that's why I'm not a city planner. Hey. But if I was, I think I would make a really good one. That's basically the story of Detroit. Although they had, I think, although they had a better run, then I would be lucky to have a city that would do that well. So I've got a nice stack of troops, but I think I might need more than one to defeat stag beetles. I'm gonna need to throw some enchantments at them to beat stag beetles. Talk about a stag party. I need to focus more on getting more skill. Or don't need to, but I think it would behoove me. Plus, most of my research comes from libraries anyways. Oh, right, that had... Never mind. Farmer's Market. Library. Marketplace. You need something first before you can get a... Oh, this was the place that had... That's right, this was this town that had the market, or the farmer's market before the marketplace. That was grandfathered in. Marketplace, farmer's markets. So I was sitting there thinking, how did this place have a farmer's market before the marketplace? Because of special circumstances. Very special circumstances. Like raiding. They got trashed. It's not that special. It's more like unfortunate. Horrifying, one might say. You just hang on. Wait until the cows come home. Then we'll be ready. Wait. Let's look up unicorns again. Unicorns. +1 to hit, poison immunity, +2 resistance to all, and their resistance is 7, giving them 9 resistance. They will be difficult to turn to stone, but they're not immune to magic, so theoretically, it should happen, as long as I stare at them enough. horses are no match for flying cows. This I can assure you. Even if those horses have horns and can teleport and are just crazy powerful. I don't care. I don't care if you're the most powerful, most magical horse in the world. Cows will win because they're cows. It's a bunch of bull. That's why. Or it would be otherwise. That's why I would declare it. Why? Because they're cows. It sounded good up until that point. And you lost me. Gorgons! Are coming to get ya. Also, we need food. Can you do something about the food? Yes, I can. Just make it there. I have a lot of farmers markets, but we're just consuming a lot of food around. Why am I building an armory there? I just chose something at random and chose the wrong thing. That is the wrong thing. Oh, we've got more than enough troops here. I don't know why I was building up so much. And these? We have a bug. Yeah, this was a fresh install. I mean, at least it's not a bug that's as severe as some of the others. But I'm starting to think that my recording software is doing something to the game. Or something like that. I have no idea why I'm getting some of these random bugs. Though, certainly the other version I had was more severely bugged. Because every single game when I played on Impossible, my opponents would quickly reach maximum resources of all types. Well, I'm gonna cracks call you, because you're not a mutant magic. Nope. See ya. That's how we fix bugs. And now you have a hole in your wall, too. They filled it, but you'll still be able to fight without a penalty. And now we are the ones who are enchanted. Raiders that were enchanted with a whole slew of enchantments. And without a wizard. I mean, of course. Or, well, I call them raiders. They're not raiders, but neutrals. Neutrals that were enchanted. Should not be. Very interesting. Alright then. Just keep streaming in through this hole in the wall. I could throw out some more enchantments or things, but I don't think that's necessary. In fact, I can throw this on auto now. Kick back and relax. I may have suffered one or two more casualties than I would have, but it's worth it for the ability to relax and get through things a bit faster. You are too far away from the front now. You must stop producing halberds. And this new town does not need stables. They need a library. So I've almost completely dominated all of the Arcane Realm. Well, at least all the cities of the Arcane Realm, nearly, except for... I've got cities dotting most of the Arcane Realm. As far as the other wizards, I've, you know, completely... I'm very well established. So there's still pockets of resistance and plenty of nodes I haven't taken. But I've done plenty. Just don't think I have enough to beat the Stag Beetles. It's gonna take a lot. I can tell you that. What did I just click on? I don't even know what I clicked on. That's alright, you are researching a spell at random today. Ranry. Farmer's Market. Sure, I'll take it. How big is this city? Yeah, you guys patrol the city. You guys move on to that next hamlet. Oh, we don't need more settlers here. We do not. No. Stop it. Hopefully there's enough room up north for us to squeeze some more in there. But no guarantees. Okay, we're gonna have to move one group of swordsmen back to kill our Gorgons in this fight. And I'm not sure if we want our heroes here or not. I'm not sure if a hero is as good as a group of swordsmen. I'm not sure if they'll survive. I'm not sure if getting my heroes killed at the end of the game is a wise decision. But it's more fun than having them sit around. More Gorgons, please. Thank you very much. Although I could do enchantments. And I haven't been transmuting. I researched transmutes and I haven't been using it. What can I use it on? There's plenty of silver to turn to mithril, which would be good for enchanting weapons. However, I need to be producing troops from those cities to take advantage of that. Also turn coal into gold, was it? Good spell. Coal to gems, which is good for money. Iron to gold. And vice versa, right? So, we have some lovely iron there if we want to get rid of the gold. Yeah, right. The coal to gems conversion seems pretty sweet. Otherwise not necessary. Okay. Well, we'll worry about that later. But certainly giving my heroes a host of enchantments would be a good idea. Let's do that. Yeah. Stone Skin. Lorax. Stone Skin. The other dude. When it comes up. Farmer's Market, that's great. Give us a library. Stone Skin. Gunter. Danke, I am Gunter. We will kill We will kill the unicorns. I will be known as Gunther, Slayer of Unicorns. With my mighty axe. I guess we're doing this. Alright, let the slaughter begin. It's one way or another. I'm not sure who is going to be... Well, our pikes are actually doing... Our pikes did a decent job against a group of unicorns. That's pretty good for a human unit. Still a scary situation. Warax, how are you doing? Everyone's doing fine, alright. Some of the Gorgons are low. Oh, well, we actually beat up the unicorns fairly well, and my Gorgons are just fine. I don't think the unicorns are being turned to stone. Resist to all helps all the friendly units as well. Chaos Warrior can cast many things. Let's just do an Ice Bolt. On the unicorn sitting next to it. That didn't do much good. I'm gonna stone skin these pikemen. And these pikemen are going to stab the unicorns in the face! Wait, did they have... Oh no, they didn't have first strike. Well, if they did, we could negate it. Oh, armor piercing! Yeah, that's why pikemen were awesome, because of armor piercing. I forgot about that wonderful feature. I knew there was something great about them. Because their stats aren't incredibly impressive, but armor piercing is just... It's awesome against... It's awesome for fighting opponents that are higher level than you. Just high-end units. Because in this game, high-end units can just start steamrolling tons of lower-level units. Especially when they have things like Fire Breath or First Strike. Then they can just drop a whole small group of units, and then they can meat grinder. Like, that's what I meant, not like steamroll, meat grinder. They can continually kill enemy units without getting wounded. So, you non-corporeal people, do you care about being turned to stone? Guardian spirits are like tougher versions of magic spirits. However, they're not as tough as Gunther, so you should be able to fight with one. Just one, though. Let's not fight two. I am Gunther, killer of guardian spirits. You will not guard this tower here. I am Swedish. You are prisoner of the unicorns no more. Marcus the Ranger. They kept me prisoner. You don't know what they did to me. He kept calling me Charlie. It was like, hey Charlie, wanna play? Saying no, and now I don't. Stop it, unicorns. But they wouldn't listen. They just kept playing with me. Playing, saying silly things. It was awful. There's never a worse fate than being a prisoner. Prisoner of unicorns. That would be a funny that would be a funny skit. Poor Marcus is severely traumatized. There's no more traumatic event than being a prisoner of unicorns. Do not want him, or don't. I empathize with him. I don't like that idea very much either. We'll just say that. Giant strength. Let us enchant. I've lost track of my continent. Oh, left click to move quickly. Over there. Let's give this giant strength to the pikemen. The pikemen did a good job. Then some stone skin. Oh, and this... I wasn't even paying attention. This tower is extremely convenient for killing Rajak. We can just come out of the gate and just stab Rajak in the face. And Rajak is barely eking by. And that's the thing that really doesn't compute. So I mean, so we're playing on impossible here, and he isn't doing so well. Whereas before, on the other version of the game, they had infinite money. They all had infinite money. He would just be pumping out tons of troops. Well, not infinite, but they would quickly reach maximum cash, like I said before. So he would have infinite money by now. Swordsman, spearman, halberds, shaman. They do not stand a chance. Even though we're wounded, we can just probably kill them next turn and win the game. So let's do that. All of you are moot. So let's try fighting this fight. We might as well try killing these beetles, because we'll never get another chance. Gotta have some fun. You only live once. Crack's called not work. What the best way to go about this is... I guess let's just enchant our most elite units. The halberds. Even though the swordsmen are higher rank, the halberds are a higher class of people. And they're clackons, and they're just better than humans, so... Yes. That seems like a good thing. We turned their already chitinous skin into stone. And then we'll give them the strength of giants. Because I don't think clackons can carry 10 times their own weight. But now they can! Probably. Clackons are not completely like ant people. They just have higher defense, not higher attack. Or if they are good at lifting things, they're not good at fighting. I guess they're total plutzes in combat. To make up for it or something. I don't know. So, giant strength from these guys. Got something giant strength. Let's try to fight! We injured him, and we took some injuries. This is our best unit going up against just an average one of his. They are all veterans. That is scary. Yeah, we're not gonna win this, but we're not gonna lose without giving them some casualties. And that's... Oh, I turned on auto! No! Stop it, auto! Stop! Stop, please! My precious fight! No! Alright, fine, crack skull! That didn't work. But at least we have a more wide open fighting arena. Alright, now we can turn on auto. Forget it. I don't have any more mana. There's no way we're gonna take out. We took out one! Just one of them! That's the power of a higher level opponent with fire breath. The meat grinder effect. We just witnessed the meat grinder effect, and I fed it. I fed the meat grinder. Because I'm about to win, so you know, you might as well, I mean. Great. Great, we're gonna settle that. It's already settled. What a disaster. Oh well. What's the end of the game without a complete disaster? So how you doing, Rajak? Warlord, Infernal Power, Mirian, and he is very poor. He only has like a... It's so late in the game, he only has 100 and 100. You should have 50,000. I'm not allowed to infringe upon your territory? I'm gonna do a lot more than that. The fringe is nothing. I'm gonna take the whole thing. Don't get your fringes in a flap. Everyone move, I don't care about you as much anymore. We could feed the meat grinder more, but I don't see a point in that at this point anymore. Alright. Some of our Gorgons are wounded, but who cares? But first, let us upgrade some people. So... giant strength for Gunther. I like the giant strength. Oh, except for he is wounded. I am wounded, but it will not stop me from fighting. Let me at them. I am Gunther. I was Gunther. Now I am dead. He killed all my heroes! Now, well, I guess that's what heroes are for, is to die. You know, it's very heroic to die in the final fight. Now we can build those statues. Fine, no, die, see if I care. Oh wow, he's a warlord. So these are like some super buff trolls. Crack Skull! That is not proper crack skull. Okay? Or not a proper... It missed. Now that's more like it. Now hopefully my Gorgons will not be shot down by the Shaman. They will not... There goes Warax. Warax, no! All my heroes. Maybe I should crack skull... Oh, they're spearmen. They're not shaman. Oh, there's a shaman. The trolls are shaman. They're running low on ammo. I could throw them a crack. I'm gonna crack skull the shaman. Because I'm tired of being shot. Don't shoot my cows. Crack. So we got... losing health every turn. And being weak. That's not going to affect my stoning. Their high resistance, however, will. And they can stone to a normal fight. They might actually win this fight. They won this fight. -4 fame. Ouchie. Well, I attacked prematurely. That's fine. That'll just give me more time to have fun and enjoy myself. Sure, my score won't be quite as good as it was, but that's alright. Oh, I'm all huffy and mad. You're gonna make an example of me for who? I have already made all the examples there is. There's no other examples left. You would have to, like, take some of your own troops and make an example of them. Make an example of me. I'll make an example of him. Although I don't know who for. No. Let's not fight. Well, maybe if we build up enough troops we can fight off the unicorns. It's something to do. All these troops need something to do, and there is stuff to do. But something that they can actually achieve. Set achievable goals. Alright, yeah, you need to build up and start producing something better than what you're doing. Taki, the warrior monk. His name is Taki something. Legendary and super agility. That's pretty cool to me. Hopefully he'll bring other heroes. Bring your friends. I'll get them killed. I mean, won't. Don't patrol. Oh well, that's fine. So what's in here? Just some sprites, huh? Just some sprites. Huh. That is very easy. 60 bucks. That is a reasonable reward considering the effort I put into it. Enchanted Cavalry. This is an interesting phenomenon. Once again, Stone Skin, Giant Strength, Water Walking. And we do Crack's Call, and we miss because I have Butterfingers, I'm all thumbs, very clumsy. That's a shame. And it just failed 3 times. But at least we killed him. Ordinary force. Apparently I didn't need to cast all the spells. Barely lost. So any spell I can... actually, I could have done something about this. I can still do something about this. Ice Bolt! Dang. If I had cast like Giant Strength or something earlier, I would have been able to win that fight. Oh well. Various mistakes made. All at the end of the game, so... doesn't really matter that much, except for my score. And I'm trying to settle an area that already has people, so I will have to settle nowhere. I have nowhere to settle with those people. Where are we talking about? Oh, this town. Oh, Fighter's Guild. I'll buy that too. One versus one. And they're still wounded. Okay, we can... well, that's fine. We got our revenge. I think we can defeat unicorns with this many troops. However, we don't know how many unicorns we're talking about. We're talking about 4. Or, I mean 2. Groups of 4. And a lot of guardian spirits. Hopefully we can crack skull one of them. We can crack skull one of them, alright. Well, now I'm feeling more secure. I may have mentioned it before, but I like how the unicorns sound like... they sound exactly like warbears. They're warbears. They sound very fearsome and guttural, and they're just murderous beasts. My skin is made of stone. Just fine. It's also really freaky how they teleport. Unicorns are frickin' scary in this game. They scare me. The idea of being terrified by the idea of unicorns may sound silly until you've played this game. They're fearsome critters. I should not have used auto-battling. You can't make a spirit fall into cracks. What are you thinking? They're floating. They're not gonna fall. Well, another slaughter. Whatever your problem is, allow me to send wave after wave of my Manatee. Isn't that right, men? Or something like that. I'm getting that Futurama quote mashed and mixed up, but my poor men. This is a good point for a high point in my men's morale, I would say, without a doubt. I don't even know where to send you guys. This whole place is just so well colonized. There's literally nowhere to go, you know? I've completely messed up when I built you guys. I'm sorry. You just, sometimes you gotta know when to fold. All that's left should be that guardian spirit, so I should be able to take them now. I'm gonna need something better than swordsmen to defeat those stag beetles. Let's go back to trading goods. This town has gotten huge. I will buy more pikemen. Gorgons are on the way. Library. What in the world are we researching anyways? Move fortress. That's what I want to do. Definitely. Move my fortress. Wouldn't want an earth elemental. No. I like to move my fortress. That's what Tiegon is famous for. He's moving fortress. Because I watched that anime about the moving castle, and it's like, God, I want that. But even so, the moving fortress I only get to move it one time. That castle is moving all the time. That's what I want. I want to attack the opponents with my fortress, and then just lose the game. That's my style. Why make the enemy come to me when I can take my weakest point and bring it to them? That's why I also invented a fighting style that mostly involves using my most vital parts to attack the enemy. So, it involves a lot of eye hitting. You hit the opponent with your eye, and whatever's weak, your head, your genitals. Really, really make them think you're insane. It works. Gets into their head, messes with their minds. They don't expect it. Psychological warfare. That's what it is. That was very rude of you. I think these two lizard spearmen have been wandering around for a while, if they're the same ones I'm thinking of. Actually, the crack skull is probably not necessary. Probably should have done something more reasonable, but crack skulls for something bigger. Oh well, I lost one group of swordsmen. Boo. Are you still revolting? Keep producing troops, I guess. It's just $50. Okay. We might be able to take a Guardian Spirit with 2 guys. Or we might not. Oh, it's 2? I thought it was 1. I keep trying Crack's Call because I think it would be really funny if it did work. It's pretty funny that it doesn't work either. Okay. I gotta stop that. I wasted all of my mana trying to send a spirit down a hole. I'm starting to think that it just doesn't work because they are indeed a flying creature. Wait, does it say? Maybe it says. I probably should check if on Crack's Call. It probably even says it doesn't work on flying enemies. Is it not? That's probably in one of my other. I thought combat spells were in here. Oh, maybe not. Well, it probably says somewhere that it doesn't work on flying opponents. Crack's Call. Any non-flying. Corporeal. Yes. Or oh, it was because he's non-corporeal. It's not because he's flying. Although technically he's flying. So yeah, big waste of mana there. I'm a silly person. A silly person who has forgotten to read the rules. But the game is pretty basic with a lot of its rules, so I didn't think the rules were going to be so advanced. It's an honest mistake. Not like one of those dishonest mistakes that people make. Deliberately? I don't know what the difference between honest and a dishonest mistake is. I think what people mean is a respectable mistake versus one that makes you look like a complete buffoon. I'm not sure. You see, there are different levels of mistakes. Keeps getting completely peeled after each fight. So let's just enchant ourselves. Not waste any more mana on Crack Calling. We kept casting Crack's Call and no plumbers arrived. Hello! I heard that Crack's Call! I'm here to fix the damage! Oh, you are fighting a ghost? You look the opposite direction. As long as you don't look at the ghost, he can't kill you. I don't think it works like that, Mario. Yes, it does. Let me show you. Pin of Health. Just +1 to everything. It's cool. Congratulations, you have found the first artifact in the game at nearly the end of the game. That's fine. That's better than nothing. At least one of my heroes is using an artifact for a change. Achievements. Used an artifact. Check. Artifact used. More Gorgons. That will probably get shot down, but that's alright. Actually, maybe I should take a Basilisk, because they're a bit tougher. And they summon faster. And I have direct land route to my opponent that's pretty quick. Let's do the Basilisk. I was summoning Gorgons before because of the tactical advantage of flying cows, but might as well have a giant walking lizard at this point. Pikeman coming next turn. Beautiful. What is in that tower? An Earth Elemental. Just an Earth Elemental? Just one Earth Elemental. I'm gonna keep saying Earth with an F instead of a TH. Because I'm a prat. You're a bloody prat, you know that? Yes, I do. I do have a full stack of troops here. Well, no, I don't have a full stack of troops yet. I nearly do. I probably should be doing the enchantments rather than doing a basilisk. But too late now. I'm already producing him. Alright, that's enough. I don't care if you're revolting. Seems no matter how many people I buy, you're still revolting. It's just one earth elemental there. I'm gonna move all my people that way. Maybe we can take him. You think you can beat a stag beetle with spearmen? Have you lost your mind? Apparently not. The fact that my stag beetle is not elite and the fact that they are is actually turning the tables a lot. Well, fine. We'll use stones again. It's funny, I had a lot more trouble when I was fighting those stag beetles. Stats are similar. Maybe I was getting unlucky when I was fighting the stag beetles too. I mean, the fact that those stag beetles were more experienced than mine does make a big difference. We did win, but not by the margin I was expecting. That was a close victory, not an overwhelming victory. Could attack now, but I'm afraid of another setback when two more lovely pikemen are on their way. Oh, there's just a fire elemental there. Let's take that fire elemental. Screw an earth elemental. Well, I mean, we could try to beat the earth elemental as well, but gather up to fight that fire, definitely. Making a lot of money, which we will funnel. Step aside, swordsman. Just an abandoned keep. Armor's Market. Basilisk. Although I should have looked at that animation. It can be interesting to see various animations. Okay. Might as well move on to this family, and then move on to the fire elemental. You know what? Why the heck not? Usually I say no to mercenaries, but it's the end of the game. I'm saying yes. Yes to mercenaries. Pikemen with giant strength and awesome huge abs and all that stuff. So we've got draconian halberdiers. They fly and breathe fire. Myrian troops for the Myrian world. In fact, yeah, it's kind of interesting. As soon as I went over to the Myrian world, I got access to Myrian troops as mercenaries. I wonder... I believe it's because I was over there. Because I don't believe, in other words, I don't believe I would have gotten that opportunity had I not gone through the tower. But I wonder if that's correct or not. I believe it is. And of course, your fame is a factor in deciding if you get many opportunities for mercenaries or whatnot. This may very well be my last turn in this game. But it could not, so go ahead and build the Builder's Hall. And you guys, go try to take that mountain. And you guys, fight this fire elemental, because it's 2 fire elementals, and my stag beetle breathes fire, and we're probably screwed. You know what? Auto battle. I don't care too much. I could enchant them, but I don't have a ton of extra mana, so it's probably gonna cancel it. It was a decent fight. It was a decent fight, but it was still far from being close, as it were. It was still a massacre. Kind of an odd path to take, that's fine. Okay, and we're going to do some more stone skin, I believe. Yeah, Taki needs it. And I guess resist elements, because that's magical ranged attack and stuff. You pikemen can get that. This basilisk gets 2 moves, so you swordsman, move over. And basilisk. Oh, he gets 2 moves, but not on mounts. Okay, fine. Fine. Are we going to postpone it? Yeah, I'll postpone the attack for 1 more turn. Just to get the basilisk in there. I can enchant some more as well, I suppose. Convert a bunch of gold to power. You wait. Alright. Stone skin. You guys. Resist elements. You guys. Because I think I care about the pikes more than my hero. Which is surprising. Not entirely. Alright! Well, actually, were there any other attacks I was about to make? Just in case I do win the game, I might as well have a bit of fun. Right, let's fight this Earth Elemental first. Stop going somewhere. Let me do all together. A bunch of swordsmen versus an Earth Elemental. Can they do it? Probably not, but we're gonna try. Crack skull? No. Is it worth a try? In fact, I should have tried that when I was fighting with the single guy. Crack skull. I don't think he's immune to it. He's not flying or anything. He's corporeal and everything. 25% chance of dying regardless. So yeah, theoretically all I have to do is cast this 4 times and I got it. Unless I'm unlucky, you unlucky bastards. Well, I can't help them with magic anymore. Wait, stop doing auto battle. I want to see how close it is. That was actually pretty close. Had I used enchantments, I would have won that. Is he still wounded? Is he still wounded? No, he's not still wounded. Well, Crack's Call. Can Crack's Call win this guy? It feels like Crack's Call should be able to win this guy. 25% regardless. Oh, wait. Any non-flying corporeal creature standing over a newly created fissure. Yeah. Seems like that should have worked. The idea that didn't work is just... Oh, the humanity. Except for it was, the lizard people. Oh, the lizard people. Alright. This is for the game. My word, they are powerful. Maybe this won't be the end of this game. I'm starting to doubt it myself. What to cast? Guess some more stones. Rumble. That was a spell, this was a spell, this was a spell. Oh, and other things. I mean, we've run out of space. Just other things have been dispelled, okay? Cut it out! Crack's Call! My basilisk is ready to die already! Well, we found the weakness to my tactic, just brutal ranged attack. Still, we made it to close range. You're out of ammo. Now I get to trample you, and I have plenty of other units to back me up after the stack is defeated. But we won't be needing them. The Gorgons will win the day. Crack's Call. I said the Gorgons will win the day. The Gorgon will win. You cannot stop the Gorgon. Crack's Call. Go, Gorgon, go! We believe in you. Aw, we lost 1 fame for that. It's not my fault. Right, regeneration. Brutal. Well, good thing we've got reinforcements coming. They still need to reproduce troops. But they regenerate their lost trolls, which is a problem. Okay, a Phantom Beast. They said a Phantom Beast! And say 3! They said a! I'm not gonna give you any mana help, because I want to save all my mana for the important fights. Plus, the sorcery node will probably stop me. Yeah, those Phantom Beasts are... beasts. Respect. They're real beasts. Oh well, this will save on a lot of upkeep. Those are equivalent to disbanding a lot of guys. Tell you what, you go to that city and you live yourself a nice, peaceful life. And find yourself grateful. Find yourself lucky that you didn't have to die in the wars. 40 food. Just sitting about. Did he just reinforce his capital? Looks like he reinforced his capital. Yep. With an extra unit. That's alright. Okay, we need resist elements big time. We need a lot of it. I want all these guys to be bulletproof. Winning this game is a little harder than I thought. Rajak is putting up a good defense. I underestimated him. Deathbound is depleted. Okay. Sounded really terrible and ominous. I guess it was ominous because it was in Deathmount. In fact, I can see why they closed the mine. It's probably full of corpses. There's more corpses than there was ever minerals. I mean, that's what we called the place Deathmount. Fun sound effects. I'm making 34 extra food a turn thanks to my giant amount of casualties. Iron Skin sounds fun. If you think Stone Skin is fun, try Iron Skin! New and improved. From Skinco. Skinco? Skinco. The company that makes products that change your skin. And not for vanity reasons either. For combat! Only combat skin improvements at Skinco. No, actually, we do beauty products. It's a very lucrative trade, and we've expanded into beauty products. In fact, we were originally a beauty products company that moved into warfare because it's a natural it's a natural transition. I mean, all beauty care companies have gone into, warfare at some point or another. Revlon and their roaming bands of mercenaries. Revlon with their poison mascara, and Avon with their door-to-door assassins that are highly trained killers. Avon calling to kill you and sell you some beauty products as well. So I probably could have taken them out sooner. I could have done pathfinding there and done that. Oh well. I want to be certain that I'm going to win this time. I want to be absolutely certain. No mistake. Full unit of pikemen. Just a whole bunch of pikes. Just perforate them. Long, pointy things at the end of sticks. That's the way to do it. Also, I'm gathering up a lot of gold here. Yes, I am viewing your city because I am preparing to destroy it. You've got the gist of things. You've assessed the situation quite well, Rajak. In fact, I don't know why I did that many resist elements, considering they only have 2 shaman now. It was mostly the firepower of the Dark Elves that were killing me. Aha! There's nothing you can do now. But to rub it in, we're gonna crack skull. No, actually they did wound my halberdiers, despite the fact that I've got these enchantments on. They are quite annoying. Aha! That's 2 ammo taken away from you. These ultra elite troops are very tough. It makes a huge difference to have ultra elite troops. If you're going to go with normal troops instead of summoned troops, Warlord is absolutely the way to go. With some Warlord and a bunch of enchantments, you can do some incredible things. Okay, it's over, Jacques. I think it's over. Yes, it's over! We have won! Take that, Rajak. Right in your dark, red eyes. I win! Right? There's no more opponents. I have become, as soon as the turn's over, probably, the Master of Magic. Why is the game still going? Am I not the Master of Magic yet? Why am I not Mom yet? I believe I'm Mom. I believe you can all call me Mom now. I become the Mom. You all saw it. You all saw it. Let's not beat around the bush. I'm the Mom. Do I have to kill the ghost? I want to see the victory screen now. So, yeah, there's one last ghost of Ariel still floating there. Let's do something about that. I will put my summoning circle right next to you. I will make sprites just for you. And unfortunately, my score is getting worse every turn because of the time penalty. But that's okay. Like I said, I don't... Well, I care a little bit about score. Not very often I win on Impossible. But not enough to go crazy about it. So, can one stack of sprites beat one ghost? With some magical support, probably. I can't crack stall him. I can ice vault him. With all my skill. There we go. Does that do it? What else is there to do? Well, I'll just have to research the Spell of Mastery. Is that what you want me to do, game? I feel like there's a bug. I feel like I should be winning right now. Well, you got nothing more to worry about. Let's just start building marketplace and stuff and thrive and multiply and keep producing Pike Minutemen and take over the Marion world. There's still things to do. I just wasn't expecting to do them. In fact, I've been playing a lot longer than I expected, just because I was expecting the game to be over now. I thought, well, this is the final stint. I can play a bit longer just to get this over with. But no! The legend continues! It never ends! It never ends! Alright, well... I'm just gonna save over this slot. Thank you for watching Master of Magic! I am nearly there. I'm a shoo-in. There's nothing that can stop me now, but apparently I'm gonna cast a spell of mastery, and I don't know why. Thanks for watching, everyone. You know, like it if you like it, and subscribe if you're new. Good night, everyone.